Traders, Sean Kozak here, CEO of Tickblaze. I'm grateful to have you in the webinar. As you know, this is the very first Alpha Quant Syndicate presentation that we've ever done. It's the official launch of what I'd like to think the most cutting edge program that ever exists in the history of trading. I've seen a lot of programs, I've seen a lot of vendors, I've seen a lot of platforms, I've seen a lot of educators, and there is nothing in the world that exists with what we're about to share with you. Okay. We are going to talk about how to build an entire trading business around automated trading systems. And the best part is that you don't have to do anything other than just show up, use the tools, and trade the systems. Okay. Now, a couple groundkeeping rules here. My whole team is here to help with this presentation because you're going to have a lot of questions. You're going to have a lot of what's this and what's that and all that. They're here to help you. Please don't worry if I don't respond to you in the presentation. I've got a lot to cover in a short period of time. But we will be spending a lot of time at the end of the presentation because you're going to want to book a call, talk to our team, and get yourself acclimated with how to get involved in this. Okay. Now, this isn't some $90 trade room where you're just going to join. And no, this is a completely life-changing opportunity. And in fact, it's one of those things that I do believe that God gives you one opportunity to do it. And I've been building systems since 2015. And the year of 2015, I started building strategies and systems on the NinjaTrader platform. I've got 11 years straight and literally 7 days a week doing this. And in the last 11 years, I've never seen a company put the work or the effort into building what we are going to show you today. Why? Because it's hard. It's hard for a company to do what we're about to do for you. It's hard to have a team that's dedicated and skilled and qualified to do what we're about to do here for you today. This makes this program cutting edge. There's nothing like it in the world. And if you have friends or if you have family, if you have anybody that is excited about automated trading, or if you want to pass the word once you see how valuable this is, I highly encourage you to pay attention to this because automated trading can be painful for a lot of people without the help. And we're here to give you the help and we're here to do it actually for you. There's nothing that you need to do other than learn what we're about to share with you. Okay. So we're going to cover a disclaimer. We're going to go over all this. There will be a recording. And after the event, you can book a call with Jason and my sales team. We'll definitely get you helped. Okay. So how many of you guys are excited? Type a Y in the chat box. You're ready to talk automation, right? I want to know where your head's at. I want to know if you're in a trade, close it. I don't care if you're making money, shut it down. There's always another day. You got YouTube playing, turn it off. There's always time for Shakira later, right? We don't need to be doing that right now, right? Turn it off. Right? I need your attention. Why? Because there's nothing like this in the industry. It's time to pay attention, and we're going to go through this in a quick fashion. Okay. So let's do this. Everybody, the market's definitely difficult, right? A lot of risk, a lot of failure. Regulators require me to put this in here. I can't guarantee you anything. I can guarantee you my time, my skills, my team, my education, my software, our resources, but I cannot guarantee you anything. And the likelihood of losing a lot of money is evident. The markets are definitely risky. And if you do place risk capital, we have no interest in the outcome of your trades. And past performance never guarantee future results. Does everybody understand this? Please type a Y in the chat box. You understand the risks in the business, you accept them, and you relieve us from that problem because you're trading your own money, your responsibility. Make sense, guys? All right. Regulators are happy. Let's get on with it. So, we're going to talk about automation. We're going to talk about why buying an algo is not good enough. If you want to be an automated trader, buying an automated system is not going to just do it for you. We're going to talk about that if you try to run automated systems by yourself, there's a very, very good chance that you're going to struggle unless you're extremely qualified and you have a knack for optimization and you understand forward testing and you understand system optimization and mechanics. It's going to be hard for you to really build a big scalable business if you try to do this alone. Okay. We're going to talk about what we built with the AQS framework. There is a systemized process. If you go down and you look at Walmart, Walmart runs on a system. You go to McDonald's, McDonald's runs on a system. You go to any shopping center, malls, stores, it's a system of business. Running automated systems is a system. You need strategies, you need coaching, you need optimization, you need templates, you need help. We're going to walk you through the 7 pillars which exists in this program. We're going to talk about behind the scenes, what's actually going on here. This is the real power, right? You might not even understand what's going on behind the scenes. And that's the true value of what this program brings to the table, because what we do here is very different than, say, some of our other programs. This is not for discretionary trading. This is not a do it yourself program. This is a done for you program. Let me repeat myself. This is a done for you program, right? Which makes it extremely rare and extremely valuable. Okay. We're going to talk about how to get involved on that. And then what I'd like to see is I'd like to see all of you have an equity curve like what's here on the screen, because I think it's possible with the help of us and the tools that we've built. Okay. So let's talk about this. Traders, okay, struggle to build profitable systems. Traders struggle trading the market. We are human beings. It's not your fault. It's not that you're not smart. It's not that you don't have the vision or you're not passionate or you're not dedicated. It's just traders have flaws. We break our rules. We panic when you take drawdowns. You miss opportunities. You change your trading plan when shit doesn't follow through. You miss trades. You have a hard time executing. You hesitate, therefore you miss the entry. All of these things can be chalked up to just, we're just humans. It's part of being who we are. We don't do it on purpose. Some of us get better through it at times. Some of us evolve. Some of us never get better. And that's the reason why automation has such a huge opportunity for traders, is that when you use a machine, machines can do a lot that humans can't, right? How many of you guys use Chat GPT right now? Just type a Y in the chat box if you use Chat GPT in your life. And anybody, come on. I know everybody does. If you're not using Chat GPT in your life, I can promise you that you're probably not on planet Earth, right? That's an example of a machine. That's an example of a Claude. Okay, maybe use Claude, maybe use Gemini, maybe whatever it is. Okay, that's a machine. And that makes your life better. It makes things easier. It gives you an advantage. Well, let's talk automation. Automated systems don't make mistakes when you enter. Automated systems do not change the rules. Automated systems can do a lot more than you can. Automated systems can trade 5 different markets at the same time on 5 different desktops without you having to even do anything, right? And what's best about an automated system is if it's been tested, it's been proven, and it's working, that's an edge. That's an edge that you currently don't have, that you desperately want and need, because automated trading can do 10 times more things than a human can. Now, am I sitting here saying that you should never be a discretionary trader? Hell no. I'm here telling you that we're about ready to show you that what we've built with automated systems is unprecedented. And I promise you, if you stick around to the end of the event, one of you is going to get access to every single automated strategy we've ever built for free. We're going to be doing a giveaway today, and every single one of you has a chance to win something that is very, very, very valuable. And the rest of you are going to want to join what we're doing, because I can promise you this is going to change your life. Now, let's talk about the dream, okay, for a second. Just, it's important, okay? We all want to make a lot of money. I don't know a trader that I've ever met in my entire life that doesn't want to make a lot of money. I don't care if you make $100, $1,000, or $100,000. You know your goals, okay? I know for a fact traders want to leave the garbage behind. I know that every one of you wants, okay, to be able to do your job and do it well. I know a lot of you are sick and tired of maybe taking losses or changing systems or not being greedy, right? Or anything like this. Like, you're just tired. Just type a Y in the chat box if you're getting tired. Just a little tired of losses, breaking even, the ups and downs, the blowing of accounts. Like, that's an emotional pain point. I get it. I understand with it. I can relate with it. I get all of that. So in order to move from where you're at to where you're going, you need a solution. And I'm not talking a YouTube video. That's not a solution. I'm not talking buying another algo from our marketplace or going to some other vendor and buying a system because they said, hey, I got the next best thing. No, 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 no. That's not going to make it for you. I can promise you this. You need more than just a tool. To be a successful algo trader, there's a lot more that goes into the system than just having the software, right? I know you need to get out of the decision making that's causing you pain. You need to get out of the emotions, the out of the inconsistency, the out of the holding you down kind of mentality. And you want to be able to have things that are working. How many of you guys would love that if you just had somebody, like let's say I sent you an email on a Friday and said, "Hey, Mr. Trader 123, I've got 4 pre-built desktops right now that I've done all the optimizations for you. I've got all the data that the strategies are working, they're profitable, they're doing great, they're tuned in. And I'm going to give you the desktop on a Friday and a Saturday. You have nothing to worry about. And on Monday morning, you just need to load them, turn them on, and join the live classroom." How would that feel for you? Type a Y in the chat box if that would be a game changer for you, where you don't have to do anything anymore, right? Imagine having every single automated strategy that we've ever built. You never need to buy any strategies ever again, right? You get all of them. And then you've got an entire team working for you Monday to Friday, making sure everything's tuned in so that you reduce your screen time. You have better chances of building a business that works. You have a portfolio of proven trading systems. Can you imagine what that would feel like? It's never existed. It never has been because that takes a lot of work. You need a team for that. Well, what do you think I've been doing for the last 3 months? Building something that this industry drastically needed for years. And it took courage and it took skill and it took resources and it took capital. But guess what? We're here now. And I'm telling you that if you work with us, the algo trading dream for you can be a reality for once. How many of you guys would want that? Type a Y in the chat box. This is where the presentation gets good. Okay. We are going to give you systems that you may have already purchased or that you may already have heard of. I'm going to be showing you strategies as we go through this presentation that you've probably seen us do presentations on or webinars on. Okay. However, you bought them maybe. They were good for a couple days and then they didn't work anymore. Or maybe you didn't get the results you thought you were going to keep getting. And then all of a sudden you just stopped using it. That's what happens as humans when things don't work. Psychologically, the brain says, don't do that anymore. That was painful. You drop it and then you get buyer's remorse. And then you go to the next webinar, you buy something different. I know, because that's human nature. What if we told you that every single week we're going to send you systems that are optimized? You don't have to stress. You don't have to worry about this. Here's a great example of the one and done algo. The one and done algo is one of the best trading systems in the industry. But guess what? The opening range changes every day. Volatility changes every week. There's days where you shouldn't be trading the breakout and you should be fading the reversal. What if I told you we have mathematical ways determined now that my instructors know when to turn the algos on to take the breakout or when to not take the breakout? He'll tell you guys, I'm not taking the breakout, turn the algo off. This is a probe and rotation day. You don't take the breakout. What if he says to you, hey guys, this is a fiery shot. We're going to take the algo, turn it on now. Boom. My instructors know how to do this because we've spent months prepping the systems for you to be able to do this. We're going to talk about how we're going to be trading these in the trading room because you're going to have an algo trading room to trade him. He'll be running algos. He'll be teaching you how to use the algos, when to turn them on, when to turn them off, when to throttle them, when to scale them back. That sounds great. It's never been done before and it's happening now. Let's talk about more systems, okay? It's important we talk about this. If you try to do this by yourself, there's a 90% chance you're going to fail. Now, I'm not saying you're a failure. I'm just telling you the stats. I know the stats because I own prop firms. I've seen the stats. I know the statistics of traders. I understand the business. I know how difficult it is. Okay. But then when you buy automated systems, that difficulty actually increases. You want to know why? It's actually easier to trade a discretionary strategy. You don't have to do any optimization. You don't have to figure out if the settings are right. You don't have to figure out if you've done all the work. But what happens is your emotions gets in the way with discretionary trading. And then traders screw it up. With this, if you try to buy algorithms one at a time, if you come to our webinars and buy a system, Okay. If you come to our presentations and you see us do an algo, in those algo events, they're great because we've spent time, we've optimized them, they look good. But then guess what? You buy the algo and now you're by yourself. And then you try to do the back tests and maybe you get good at it. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't have enough time to run the optimizations. Maybe you do. Maybe you don't. Maybe you don't even understand how to properly understand the mechanics. A lot of people don't even understand how to optimize correctly. They don't know the patterns to look for, the numbers, what the ratio should be, what a good equity curve feels like, what a drawdown is for reasonability, right? Traders will switch systems. They'll take a trade, they start winning. Next thing you know, doesn't work anymore. They flip to another system. Maybe it makes a couple trades. Then they take a blowout. They blow out some prop accounts. It becomes a terrible cycle. What we're going to be doing in the AQS is that we choose specific strategies every week. You're not going to be trading 15 algos in a trading room at a single time. That would be chaos. That would be nonsense. Every single week, we are going to build the systems. And then on the Friday and the Saturdays, we're going to upload the desktop so you don't have to worry about what strategies we're trading in the trading room because the systems are already going to be predefined. You'll be able to trade the strategies that we're trading in the trading room. You'll be able to match the algos to the conditions of the market because our testing team has already validated the templates. We're going to be combining several systems into portfolios, which means you might be trading one and done. And then once that trade is done, you'll be switching to a trend algo. Or if the market's ranging, then our instructor will say, okay, pull out the range algo. These types of things are going to be happening, and you're going to have that guidance. Imagine having an instructor and having a team helping you manage the risk and giving you the trading plan week over week using the systems. That's what the AQS is designed to do. It's never been done because it takes a lot of work. I hired a team of professionals. I've got a great algo trader who's an instructor who's been trading our algos for a long time. He's good. He knows what he's doing, and you are in good hands. But if you do this by yourself, I can promise you destruction is near, and it's not intentional. I know you guys are not trying to blow up your accounts, but it is a natural ability. And we need to change that because you didn't get into this business to keep losing. Okay. And if you want to use algos, you must try something different. Okay. Now, here's a great example of a strategy. Now, maybe some of you have seen this. You've probably heard of VWAP. We use CWAP. We've been running data on a CWAP system for over, I don't know, 6 months to a year. We've got templates built on this strategy. Can you imagine just having one strategy running on the side, another strategy running on the side, knowing that, yeah, a lot of you might have the CWAP. Problem is, you probably trading on the wrong bar, the wrong time frame, the wrong settings, everything, Dan, because you haven't been doing the work that we have, right? You don't know what we're using, which one's been tested for 6 months to a year versus which one's been tested for 30 days, right? We do. We've got the mechanics. And so when you turn the strategies on, right, the best part about this is you have the belief that we've done the work for you to help you, right? This isn't some webinar where you get one template and then you're off to yourself to figure it out forever, right? This is a business, and you're getting in business with us because the AQS is a business program where my team helps you run your algo business. Okay. Now, let's talk about the team for a second. Okay. Um, this to me was what really, makes me emotional inside. And I'm going to tell you why, because I've been building systems algos for a long time. I know how much days and weeks and months I've put into testing systems. My team will back me up when I say that, like, I've optimized more strategies than anyone I know, except for maybe Jeff, who is my main guy on my back end, who does optimizations for every single webinar, for every single event I've ever done. And one of the things that we said was there's no way we can run an algo trading room without doing this for the traders. We sat down as a company and we said, we've got a lot of traders that need help. And if we're going to do this, we got to do this the way that it's got to be done properly, right? And we know that traders, when you buy algos, you are hoping that this is going to make you a lot of money. I know that you're emotionally connected to the excitement. You're emotionally connected to the outcome. However, There's a lot of work that goes in. It's like going to the gym. You see a picture of somebody and your trainer's all jacked and he's eating healthy. And it's like once in a while you get motivated, right? And you go to the gym for a while, but then you go and you realize, holy shit, there's a lot of work. I got to diet. I got to do cardio. I got to eat. I got to be on my game. Discipline fades. You want to know what? Motivation lasts maybe 1 to 3 days maximum. Commitment maybe for 5 days. And then everything just shits the bed. Everybody just stops putting in the work. And as an algo trader, that's going to be hard, right? So owning algos will give you a lot of opportunity to automate your execution, and it will give you an opportunity to study the data, and it will remove the ambiguity of human error. However, what we have to do for you is we have to build the systems. We have to make sure the systems are built and tweaked and ready, right? We research the systems that are best for the conditions. We build the portfolio frameworks. We provide the live implementation and the guidance. We add personalized coaching. We monitor the risk and the performance of the algos, and then we're continuously optimizing the operation on a weekly basis, right? Like this isn't something that you're ever going to get anywhere else in the history of this industry. It doesn't exist. And it's a sad thing that it has never been built before. But, I'm not someone that lives in the past. I like to look at what's coming. And I know that everybody that joins this opportunity is going to have something that is going to be a life-changing experience. Now, we just released this system. Okay. We just sold this system a couple of weeks ago. And, some traders use it, some traders don't. We started trading it live. We tweaked the templates again. We had to. Conditions changed. Can you imagine if you bought the strategy and then a week later you didn't know how to optimize, but the strategy's got merit because it was working? Well, guess what? Conditions change. Conditions change on a daily basis, on a weekly basis, on a monthly basis, which means the algos need to be monitored. We need to make sure that they're tuned up like a car. You're not going to go on a road trip without getting your oil changed and your air in your tires and gas in the tank and making sure the air conditioning is working, right? Well, with algos, it's like doing an oil change every week. And some strategies you don't have to optimize a lot just based on the way they're built, but 75% of every single automated system does. And that's the break point. That's the breakage that traders don't want to have to commit to or learn how, or that they even have to understand it. And it's time for a change, right? We're going to be giving you strategy templates like this optimized for this algo, and we've got 15 other systems that we're optimizing as well. We're going to talk about all of them because all of these algos are a part of the AQS. Now, let's talk about the 7 pillars for a second, okay? The 7 pillars are what make the Alpha Quant Syndicate so valuable to the traders that join it. And it's called a syndicate for a reason. You're joining a team of professionals that are ultimately in it to win it, and this is their life. My team, they live, breathe, sleep, and eat this stuff 7 days a week. Not 4 days, not 5 days. I don't remember the last time my team took a full weekend, right? We're here every single day building and developing things for our traders, but not like this. This is on a different level. And in order for this to happen, our team had to come together and make decisions and put teams in place to make sure that we could deliver on these 7 pillars. Okay. Now, with personalized development, what we do is we're going to do an assessment with you. Okay. We're going to strategy map the tendencies on which you trade best. We're going to understand you. We're going to understand the systems that we have. We're going to build a personalized education roadmap for you. And then we're going to give you 3 private one-on-one coaching sessions with an algo quant trader. Those coaching sessions are designed to be able to build your business properly. It's one-on-one. It's not in a group setting. It's super private. And it allows you to be able to build something that will last, getting the help that you need. You'll also get access to the frameworks and the educational boot camps around the algos that we run. And we have an entire education academy that is built into the back end of the program. But when we look at implementation and scaling your business, okay, we're going to be running a live trading room 4 days a week, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday. And then we're going to be running afternoon quant strategy classes with the instructor, okay? You're going to have a dedicated optimization team. We've got 3 people on the team now. Okay, that'll probably get bigger, but we have 3 people now that are literally building and optimizing strategies 7 days a week. We have bought computers. We've bought extra computers to run these optimizations. We've got everybody testing it. And I'm going to show you what that looks like in just a minute so you can see the work that's going on behind the scenes so you can actually realize, wow, okay, like this is happening. Okay. This isn't just some webinar hoofla, right? Like there's actually a team that has been devoting literally months of figuring out which strategies are the best, why, what bar types they should be trading on, etc. And then what we're going to do is we're going to help you build a business around prop trading or help you build a business around cash account trading. Depending on what your goals are, we're going to help structure your path to what you need to do to succeed. And then ongoing, you're just going to keep getting the Algo templates and the Algo desktops every week because that's one of the biggest value adds of this program. Okay. Now, here's a great strategy. We launched this 1.5 years ago. One of the most profitable trading systems we've ever built, right, was the sweeper, liquidity sweep trading systems. And I'll tell you right now that this is basically, hey, this is now sounding like the cyborgs, Daniel. Say, yeah, well, we're going to get into it. You're going to see. So the sweeper algo is a great system, but traders don't know how to optimize properly. And so what ends up happening is they use it for a little while and then they stop. And they should never have stopped because this system produces results beyond comprehension. One of the most profitable trading systems I've ever seen is this. And Brian says exactly. And we're going to talk about this because liquidity sweeps are incredible. Guess what? When the conditions change, the algo needs to be adapted. And if you don't know how to do that, then the algo falls apart. And then you say, oh, the strategy sucks. And it's not the strategy. When the market conditions change, okay, then what ends up happening is we tweak the settings, we make sure we adjust them, we prep them, and we get them back to the traders. Okay. So let's talk about the assessment. There's nothing that you can do in life unless you know yourself. Knowing thyself is one of the most powerful things you can ever do as an individual, whether that's in business, in fitness, in finances, in marriage, relationships, in anything you do, in trading, right? Especially in trading. And the way we do this is we're going to bring you through an assessment process. Okay. We're going to give you a test. We're going to have to fill out some information. We need to know you. We need to understand you. We need to make sure that we can help you the right way and that we're positioned to help you. And what'll end up happening is that you're going to get out of choosing random systems. You're no longer going to go down the wrong education path. You're not going to be buying more software because once you're in this program, you get all the software and you get the future software as well. And you don't have to buy algos again. You just have to understand which algos we're going to be trading. You don't have to worry about having an unstable portfolio or no progression of what you're doing. And you don't have to worry about what other people are doing. I know a lot of people are always trying to keep up with the Joneses. Oh my God, like what strategy are you using? Oh, you're making this much money. And it's like, oh, I'm not doing that. Well, what are you doing? And then you flip flop back and forth and it's not healthy. Okay. When we do the assessment, we're going to assess your education. We're going to assess your live environments. We're going to assess the systems that you should be trading. And then we're going to build the portfolio alignment for you. Not everybody's meant to trade some strategies. Not everybody's meant to trade certain ways. And we need to make sure we understand that so we can properly help you. Okay. Now that's the first pillar. And that'll happen immediately when you join. You'll be prompted to fill out a test. Then you'll meet with a coach one-on-one so that we can put you into the right path immediately. Okay. Now, here's some live trades that we took trading, running the algos, different systems. This is the trend breaker algo. How many of you guys have heard of the trend breaker before, right? Well, the trend breaker is being used in manual strategies, automated strategies, right? We can trade it on second charts. We can trade it on Renko charts. We can trade it on minute bar, whatever. But this is the type of strategy that constantly needs tuning. Why? Because the markets are not always trending. And this strategy is one of the most profitable strategies we've built. However, it's actually one of the hardest to optimize. Imagine that. So if we know this, we're not just going to give this strategy to everybody and say, hey, go use the trend breaker. That's like trying to put you to a black belt and you haven't even done your first freaking white belt. Like you can't do that. But nobody's going to know that. We know that because we test it. We know that this is an actually strategy that is very profitable, but it's the hardest one to optimize. So why would anybody want to take that and trade it right away? That's a losing battle. You're not going to get the results that you want. So when we tweak it and we know how to optimize this system and we know we're in a trending conditions right now, we know higher time firms are aligned, bigger picture moves are working out, we're getting a lot of volatility in the markets. That's when we implement the trend systems. Then we'll be providing you with these templates. You're not going to be the one building these optimizations anymore. That's the past. Gone are the days where you have to optimize systems. Does that make sense? Let's talk about coaching for a second. I'm a big believer of having a coach in everything. I don't believe that people can actually advance if they think that they're only as good as their own minds. I think that there's humility in asking for help. There's humility in admitting that you only know so much. I'm not saying you're not smart. I'm not saying you're not good at anything, but I do believe that proper coaching in certain environments can move the needle for you massively. And having a good coach is not about trying to change you instantly. It's about fast tracking your results, right? Getting you somewhere faster than you would do something on your own. A lot of people think they can do things on their own. Not with algos. I can promise you that. That's a loaded gun. And so what we're going to be doing, okay, is you're going to be getting several private coaching sessions. The first one's going to be the strategic roadmap. The second one's going to be the strategy implementation sessions. And then the third one's going to be about performance scale and accelerating your business. And it's done strategically, right? You're not just everybody's going to have multiple coaching sessions in a week, right? It's designed properly, right? And this is powerful because there's nobody in the world right now that I know of that's doing automated system coaching for traders. And we are pioneering new ground for you so that you don't have to be on your own doing this anymore. Here's another strategy of just opening ranges, right? Opening ranges on the 1 minute. And well, why would we trade the 1 minute? Well, it just depends on maybe you're a scalper. You come to us and we sit there and you sit there and say, I can't be in trades for like a long time. I just get all squirrely and great. Well, then we know how to provide you the systems that are meant for you, right? If you say, I don't like scalping, I don't like the markets too fast, I get too emotional, like great. We know we're going to move you to a day trading or an intraday swing system. We're going to set you up for success, right? But this is a great example of running the right algos for the right reasons for the right people. Okay. Let's talk about the quant team for a second. This to me is the biggest value of the program. Okay. I've been saying it since the beginning of this presentation, but it's pillar 3 is really what makes this program what it is. The quant team that we've built is incredible. And I want to show you something. Okay. I want to show you something. I'm going to show you something here. I'm going to pull it up for a second. Okay. Give me a second here. I want to load it because what we're going to do is we're going to load 3 templates. Okay. And we're going to give you a second. We're just going to show you what's going on behind the scenes here. So bear with me here. We're going to do a few things here. So we're going to go through here. I'm going to grab a couple templates here. We're just going to grab the team's documents. We're going to show you what's going on here. And this is something that I think you guys need to see behind the scenes. I think it's important that you understand what we're doing so you understand why we're doing this and how this works, okay? So what we've got is, can everybody see the screen here now? I just want to make sure everybody can see this, okay? I've switched from a PowerPoint to a spreadsheet thing. Can everybody see? Type of Y in the chat box, okay? So let's talk Berzin for a second. Berzin's going to be your instructor. He's going to be running Algos, okay? Look at what we got down the bottom. We've got the one and done. We got the wicker. We got the wicker prop. We got the hat system. We got the Berzin, CWAP, the sweeper, the trend breaker. We got the vol div. We've got the SSS algo, which hasn't been finished yet. Auto divergence, which haven't been finished. This one here, we got the close flip. We've got several that hasn't been started yet. I mean, the amount of time it takes, right? So let's talk about this for a second, right? Like we've been testing different markets. We've been testing the stats. Let's take a look at what Jeff's done here. Like we come down here, take a look at the one and done. Like we've been testing time frames, systems. We study the reports. We're putting all of this in so that we can look at wicker templates. We can look at CWAP templates. We can look at the hat systems, right? Look at the hat system when we bring this into the market. I told you guys that I was running the Heikin-Ashi trend trading system this morning. I traded this strategy manually. Look at the algo performance. This is over a long time, right? We're talking months and months of data. This is not some tick data system, but we test timeframes. We test markets. Look at the gold 5 minute, the M2K 1 minute chart. Like we know which markets are cruising on these systems. How many of you guys would you love that on Friday we send you those templates, we trade them Monday to Thursday, then on Friday again we either send you new templates or we say no, the current ones are still good, right? We do all the work here. Look at the vol div templates we're going here. We've got the SSS. We haven't started that. We haven't done the sweeper, haven't done the auto div yet. We've been doing the close flip. We've been spending most of the time on these ones over here. The CWAP templates are killing it. We've got tons of data on the CWAP. And, look at just the one and done because it's the opening range system. We can tell you which markets are best, which markets are not best, which time frames are not best, etc. That's just Jeff's document. I've got mine here, the Heikin-Ashi systems, the CWAP systems, the Wicker systems. I've got the vol div systems. Like I can tell you right now, if you try to trade volume divergence on smaller bars, you're going to get crushed, right? And I tell you, I got the data to show you the profit factors to show you, like, I know if I'm going to be trading order flow and I'm going to be trading volume divergence, which templates we're giving you. Like the notes that we take, the way we do this is just beyond comprehension. Okay. So why am I showing this to you? Because if we're going to be having you join this program, we've got teams that every single day are testing over 10 strategies on minute bars, range bars, Renko bars, time charts, volume charts, tick charts, Heikin-Ashi charts, 1 minute, 5 minutes, 15, 30, 60, 4 hour daily, testing for 1 week, testing for 1 month, testing for 1 year, going through all of this so that when we show up to trade at 9:30 tomorrow, we know which strategies we're trading and why. And there's a level of belief that comes from that. When you know that all of that work has gone into the software and all you need to do is learn how to turn it on and actually turn it off when you're not supposed to take a trade, that's powerful. Imagine being in a trading room. We spoon feed you the desktops. Burzin goes through his PowerPoint in the morning, say, okay, guys, we're going to be running this system, this system, this system. Make sure you download them from the members area, connect your data, set up your accounts, and this is how we're going to trade it. That's all you got to do. And this took a lot of money. This took a lot of patience, took a lot of time to build this type of an infrastructure for the quant program. How many of you guys think that's incredible? Type a Y in the chat box. It makes me shake. The hair rises on my arms when I see this because I know the level of energy and the work that's going on behind the scenes to make this a reality so that you guys never need to do this ever again, right? Unless COVID 5.0 hits and we all become zombies, right? And everything comes to a shit. This is going on for a long time. And you guys are going to be benefiting for this for a very, very, very long time, right? Here's another great example of the CWAP algo. Well, how do you know to train it on? How do you know that you should be trading it on a 50 range bar or a 1 minute chart or a 10-minute chart? Or you don't know that. What if the 50 range bar is the most profitable trading bar that you should be trading it on, but you're sitting there trying to do it on a 5-minute chart and you're getting crushed all the time? Well, that's the problem of doing it alone. That's the problem of not having a program, not having a team that already knows you should only be trading the CWAP on this, this, and this, right? Exactly. It's an entire team behind you of experienced traders saying, hey, Mr. Trader, don't do that. That's not a good sign. Do this. This is a good sign. Now, we can't guarantee you anything. It's against the law for us to say that we can guarantee you results, but I can guarantee you something. And I can guarantee you that you don't have a team right now doing anything for you. And if you join this program, you're going to have some of the best minds in this industry, right? Exactly. Like NASCAR, we are the driver. You are the team. 110%, Dan. Couldn't have done a better analogy than that. It's like NASCAR. You just need to be a great driver. We're going to change your wheels for you. We're going to grease the car. We're going to make sure it's optimized. We're going to have everything tuned. You just need to drive it and have fun doing it for a change. How many of you guys want to move away from stress to trading is now fun again. Type a Y in the chat box because I know what that feeling feels like. And I know how much it means to a lot of people, right? Let's talk about the live trading room. This was exciting. Do you want to know that I had so many job interviews for automated trading educators? I sent out videos, mailing list of 50,000 people. We have a mailing list of 50,000 traders, right? Do you know how many emails went out to people? How many interviews, how many people I talked to about becoming an instructor for this program? You don't just have some random person. You have somebody that is passionate, skilled, successful, experienced, great. And he's also part of the testing team. So your instructor is not just running the live room, he's a part of the testing team. That's important. You don't want to just have a testing team and then your instructor doesn't know what the hell's going on in the testing team. Well, that's going to be a big disconnect, right? No, our live trading room version is going to be incredible for what you do. And he's been trading it for the last several weeks. We've been running a live room for the last couple of weeks just to get everything ready for this, taking trades, logging trades, screenshots of trades, running algos, because it's like doing a pitch, right? You know, you get one chance to win the deal, right? Well, there's no freaking way this trading room is not going to blow you out of the water and make you super happy. We don't do business like that. You're going to get into a trade room. You're going to see us trade live algos. You're going to have somebody guiding you on how these algos should be traded, whether you should trade it as a discretionary execution, then turn it manually or run it fully automated. You're going to be told whether it's a trending market or it's a range bound market or which systems we're going to be using this week. You're going to have somebody there helping you every single day. And you might go from the ATS program over to the AQS program. And maybe some of you do both because I know some of you are going to want to do both. Totally fine. But just know this, that your live trading room is the first time anybody's ever run a quant room in this industry. There is nobody out there running automated quant programs live with instructors in this business. We are, and we are making change. Now, great example, right? You got one system on the left, you got one system on the right, right? Different bar types, different time frames, right? Right? One's taking a short, the other one's taking a long, both of them running fully automated systems, right? Different bar types, different reasons. Do you really care what strategy you're using? Like, listen to me for this. Do you really care if you're going to be trading a second chart or a minute chart or a Renko chart? Or do you care that you're about to turn on a machine that has been vetted and tuned by professionals and the only goal you have is I'm here to make money today? Right, Jeff. You care about the money. You don't care about the tool. But with the AQS, you get all the tools. So no longer picking, oh, which strategy should I use? I don't want to buy that one. I already bought the one before. It didn't really work. So I won't. No more bullshit in the brain about buying systems. All that matters is that you stay in tune with the team's direction and understand what we're testing, what we're trading this week, why we're trading it, etc. That's about you. You're connected to the result. You're not connected to the process, right? All the 170K Scott says, yeah, I've already lost $170,000 on all other systems. No more, no more, Scott. Done with this. No more losing. This is it. I'm casting that out of your life. Exactly, Daniel. Portfolio of diverse, uncorrelated strategies. That's 100% what we're doing. 100% what's going on in this program. We'll be running probably 3 to 4 algos max, 2 to 3 probably just to start to get everybody kind of up to speed, right? You don't need more than 2 algos running at a time, just getting your bearings for the first couple of weeks. But as you start getting your bearings, we're going to be cranking things up a little bit, and you're going to see that. And remember, right? No more. Exactly, Daniel. Everybody here ready to stop losing? Type a yes in the chat box. We're done with this. We're done. That's the past. That's the past. Okay. Great. Let's talk about pillar 5, the marketplace. Do you understand how much money people spend on software? I do. I've been running a software business selling software for the last 9 years. It's a great business, right? Because we build tools that traders make money, right? People make money. We help them make money. It's good business. It's also a very expensive business, right? A lot of you have spent a lot of money in our companies. And I can almost guarantee that you didn't just spend it in our company. You also bought programs from other companies. Type a yes if you spent a lot of money with us and you spent a lot of money with a lot of other companies, right? Right? Everybody knows no more. If you're in the AQS, No more algos. No more buying algos. We launch algos, you get them. They're just a part of your program. Why? Because you're investing in this program. This is a higher ticket program. This is a luxury program. And therefore, no more buying. You don't have to go to marketplace launches. You just get them. Everything in the past. Probably some of you have come to webinars and you wanted to buy the systems, but you didn't. Maybe it was too expensive. Maybe it was buyer's remorse for something that didn't work in the past. Whatever. Doesn't matter. What matters now is that you get everything from the past and you also get everything in the future. We've got a lot of systems coming down the pipeline. We're not stopping developing software anytime soon. I can promise you that. I got over 15 products queued up for launches over the next 6 months, right? But imagine being in this program and not having to buy anything anymore. You just get them. Now that, yes, this program is expensive. I'm not going to lie about that, but it's worth it. It's a life-changing opportunity, right? And I'm here to share with you that every algo that we built, every algo that we will build will be yours. Plus, you get all of the templates and all of the portfolios and all of the testing and all of the trading room and all of the tools. It's yours. It's yours. And exactly. Ed's saying, I have all the systems, but just trying to learn them, I get overwhelmed. Well, imagine now having all the systems, but you don't have to do anything anymore, Ed. You just wait for us to send the email at the end of the week or join the trading room and say, we're going to be trading this system, this system, this system. You don't need to do anything. Just load those desktops where they're in the members area. We've already prepped them for you. They're ready to trade. No more. And being in the trading room is where you're going to learn, not on your own anymore. In the strategy classes, you're going to learn, right? You're not going to learn being overwhelmed by yourself. But imagine never having to buy another indicator or algo again. Now, this doesn't include the indicators. It's important that I mention this. This program is for algos. If you're in the ATS program, which is the Alpha Trading Syndicate, that is for the indicators. Now, some of you have bought or will be buying both. And that means you get everything. That is the diamond hands. We call that a diamond level customer. What does that mean? You get the ATS and the AQS, and you get it all together. Now you're a diamond hand. That's a VIP, right? So I get that. That's an investment in your life, right? Daniel says, this is a lot of work for you guys. Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah. Yeah. But you want to know what? It's a really fulfilling career to see thousands of traders make a shitload of money and stop blowing out their bank accounts. That to me is purpose, right? It sucks seeing people lose thousands and thousands and thousands of dollars every single day, blowing out accounts and having buyer's remorse and having negative feelings about the industry. I want to see you do good, but I also want to let you know that you don't have to buy any more software anymore. Okay. How long is the optimizations going to be available for? As long as this company is alive. This program is the future for us. This program in the ATS is what we're doing, Samir, ongoing, right? And this is important. So we're going to talk about this in a second, and we're going to show you this, right? So here's a great example of wicker systems, right? And there was a lot of trades here. There was a wicker here. There was a wicker here. But why did this trade happen? Probably because the instructor had a reason to turn the algo on, because maybe the opening range was taking place and we were waiting for certain things to happen. And he's like, oh, time to turn it on. Boom. Right? That's what's going to happen in the trading room. The trading room is not just going to be about running fully automated systems. We're going to be running fully automated systems, but we're also going to be running semi-automated systems. We're going to have discretionary turning on and off, telling you when to do things, when not to do things. We're going to have fully automated bots, right? And this is the whole purpose of this, right? Because sometimes automated systems don't need to be turned on. It's about knowing when to turn them on and off, which is going to make you a lot of money, okay? And so that's important, and I just want to share that, right? So let's talk about pillar 6. We're getting close to the 7th pillar here, okay? Building a business plan for you is important. I don't mean a 50-page document with a whole bunch of bullshit that's not going to make you any better than you are, right? I'm talking about understanding, are you trading for yourself? Are you trading for prop firms? Are you using trade copiers? Are you going to run an algo with trade copiers for a prop firm? That's a very serious thing. Like, let me repeat that. If you're a trader and you buy 5 prop accounts, okay, You use trade copiers. Your risk is now amplified because if you make a mistake, you make a mistake across 5 accounts. And now you use an automated system. And if you're not prepared to run an automated system properly, you're going to screw up not 1 account, 5 accounts. We need to teach you through the coaching and through the tools and the resources how to do this properly, how to start with 1, then go to 2, then go to 5, then go to 10, then go to 5 different firms and start building a business around multi-propping. That is a serious cash cow. I know traders that make hundreds of thousands of dollars because they trade more than 5 prop firm accounts with 5 different firms. And what's nice is that you will have the opportunity to start slow, then do some walking, then do some jogging, then do some running, then you'll be sprinting. And the point of this is that we're going to help you do that. And this could be with a prop account or even with a cash account, depending on how you want to do this. And we're not here to put work on you. Like the part of the coaching and this whole evaluation and payout framework is to make sure that you're prepared to go live with the market. A lot of traders just jump into live. They just go right to live and they blow out their accounts, or they go right to live and they buy a prop account and they screw it up and they do the resets, and it's just a vicious addiction, right? And what happens is there's no plan. So we're going to help build an evaluation and payout framework so that you have a plan for this, okay? Here's a great example of just having a sweeper algo on. Why are we using the NQ, right? Why are we trading it with this bar type, right? Why are we doing things? Well, because we've ran a lot of tests. We know the Renko settings. We know which time to turn it on, right? It's not just about random trades. It's about having the data and knowing why we're trading these systems, right? Let's talk about the pillar 7, the entire AQS Academy. We have a lot of education, right? Years and years and years of education. And some of you are brand new to trading. Some of you are experienced. Some of you have knowledge. Some of you don't. Some of you have experience, but not really good at trading, right? Whatever it is. We've built an academy that has stocks, futures, Forex, crypto options, beginner, intermediate, and advanced, then risk management, and then workflows for strategy optimization. And you get all of that academy. So over and above the trade room, the coaching, the team, the algos, the systems, everything, you also get a lifetime of education that you no longer need to buy. Why is that important? I don't know, 6 months down the road or 2 months down the road, maybe you want to start looking at other markets, or maybe you want to start looking at other aspects. You don't need to go and buy it from another company. You don't need to go buy it from some other vendor for 10, 12 grand. You don't got to go to the online trading academy or freaking other place that charge you 20 grand or 50 grand for garbage, right? We give it to you, right? You get it. So the point of this is you have an entire academy here, which you can use, your family can learn. It's exciting, right? And this is exciting because maybe you've got kids, maybe you've got a spouse, maybe you want them to learn things. Put them in this, right? While you're trading things, get them in there, learning the basics, learning the foundations. Why? Because that's what this is about, helping us help you, your family, your peers, etc., right? And this is included in the program. Okay. Here's another example, right, of just the right trade at the right time, right bar size. Just another example of just running certain strategies, knowing what to do and how to do it. You guys get the picture. I could keep showing you strategies and templates all day long, but you guys get it. So let's summarize all this up. We're getting close to the end of the presentation, so I want to make sure that we can be out of here in a timely fashion, right? And pretty good. We're almost at 1 hour. That's great. I think this is a transition from just being an owner of software to being an operator. And I really believe that. I really believe that many of you are owners of softwares, but you're not great operators yet. And you need to get to being a great operator. But that's not happening with algos without a team. And it's hard to be an algo trader forever without having help. And, this is about reclaiming your business. You don't need to be buying random systems anymore. No more confusion, no more optimizations, no more buyer's remorse, no more disconnect, no more dropping strategies after a couple days because you didn't have time to optimize and maybe they didn't work on the last day or whatever. We are turning that all around completely. And that's what this program is designed to do for you. It is a done for you service. I like the analogy of the NASCAR earlier. The guy said, you just need to be the driver, which means all you need to do every week Watch the videos, join the trade room, download the desktops, learn how to turn them on. Like, that's it. How many of you guys can show up for a trading room, download the desktops, connect to data, and trade them? That's it. It's pretty easy, right? We're doing all the hard stuff. We'll be running the room, teaching you what's going on. We'll be doing the testing. We'll be picking the systems. We'll be showing you what's going to be traded. You just need to show up, learn how to drive. That's the fun part. That's where you get your life back. That's where you reclaim your business. That's where you start making money that's actually moving the needle for you, right? Where you can actually start making serious changes in how you make money. Okay. Now, if you don't do this, a lot of traders are going to have questions. A lot of traders are going to sit there and say, this sounds like a bait and switch. I bought a bunch of strategies before, they didn't work. Yeah, you did, right? They didn't work because you stopped working them. You didn't work because you're not optimizing like we are. You didn't work because you don't have 4 people that are optimizing from 7 in the morning till 7 at night, literally everything that could possibly be done so that you don't use the wrong settings. The market changes, conditions change. When conditions change, algos fall apart. That's why they have back testing. That's why they have optimization. And then they have forward testing. What happens if you run an optimization? It's great up to the day you finish the optimization. You run it forward in the market. It's either going to do well or it's going to collapse because conditions change, right? So if you do this alone, that's probably what's going to happen. Okay. If you don't do this alone, you're going to get templates every single week from us. And we're going to make sure that you're only trading the systems that we're trading in the room. They're going to be properly set up with the right settings, with the right markets, with the right bar types, right conditions. We're going to be loading them in desktops so that you don't have to worry about doing things. Each algo will be contained to its own desktop. Therefore, you can just connect your data and your broker connection to the prop firms that you're trading. Bob's your uncle. But if you don't do this, there's a very good chance that you will stay where you are. And everybody here, I know this, deep down, psychologically, doesn't want to stay where they are. You might be worried that, okay, maybe this is going to be too expensive. I don't know if I can do this. Don't worry about that, right? That's up for Jason and you guys. You guys can talk about this stuff, right? You don't worry about where you're at. Just worry about where you want to go, and we'll help you get there. Okay, there's always a way. I want you guys to put a yes in the chat box if you're willing, type or put a W if you're willing to accept the help. You're willing to let us help you, regardless of cost, regardless of commitment. Don't worry about that. We'll always help you find a way. Okay. We'll always help you find a way through it. If it's about finance, about timing, about whatever, don't let that stop you from getting what you need. Right. We will make it work. Okay. It's a good quote. Time is money. Time is finite. Money isn't. Time is finite. Money isn't. Okay. So this is exactly a summary of what is included. Okay. And this is serious. Okay. This is serious. This is a very serious slide, and you're not going to have to pay this. But let me explain to you what we feel this program is worth based off the money that we're paying for salaries, the time, the software, the connection, everything in here. For us to do the assessments and actually meet with you in the coaching, that's $2,500 value. This is not your price tag. This is the value slide. Okay. Coaching sessions for you to hire a professional quant trader to work with you 3 times, you're looking at close to 10 grand. You're hiring a professional to give you dedicated time, not in a group, not in a webinar, devoted to you. Tony Robbins charges $100,000 an hour for one-on-one coaching. Now, I'm not saying we're Tony freaking Robbins, but you guys can understand what I'm trying to say here, right? Now, weekly algorithm templates, this is a big part. Like that's a testing team. The AQS live trading room, that's a big component. Okay. The academies, right? That's in here. All of the algos in the program, like for us to look at every single automated system that we have and you never having to buy that, that's a lot of software. That's a lot of launches. That's a lot of events that you maybe didn't buy or you didn't do that, right? Now, we have bonuses, right? We've put in programs to help you. And we have reviews, and we have communities. There's going to be a dedicated community for you that is only for these members. You'll be able to talk to the other algo traders in here, okay? Now, here's the cool part, okay? Here's the cool part. We have a money back guarantee. I said it. I just said it. You go back to this over, that's an $80,000 program. Let me explain this. I'm going to say this with confidence, not with fear. That's an $80,000 program. That's what the value is. You don't pay this. We're not charging you 80 grand to join this program, but that's what this program's worth. It's worth like close to 100 grand. Okay. This is an elite VIP opportunity, but you're not paying 80 grand. Okay. Not even close to that. We've got discounts. We'll drop the price major for you, but you got to book a call and talk to my team, right? This is a book a call process, right? And we have a money back guarantee. So let me explain this. Just like the ATS program, okay? The ATS program we launched a while back, same thing. We stand behind what we build, right? We stand behind what we're doing. We know for a fact that you will become great at what you can do, but you got to show up. You got to show up. You got to complete the assessments. You got to attend the coaching. You got to follow the roadmap. You got to participate. You got to be in the trading rooms. You got to be accountable to what we're doing. Because if you're not, then you're not going to qualify for this guarantee. But if you are, there shouldn't be a reason why you'd want to guarantee return because you're already making money and you're doing what you're supposed to be doing, right? If we deliver, then there's no reason for you to stress. But just know this, that there is an opportunity for you to get a back end refund if for whatever reason, if you did all the work, you showed up to all the classrooms, you did all the templates and you used everything and you did it to a T and you did it and you met every criteria that we require for the guarantee to be valid, which is showing up and being accountable, which is not asking a lot, mind you, considering what we do, you don't have to worry about this. Money back guarantee, right? And that's the whole promise that we do. Okay. Now, let's do a giveaway. How many of you guys would like to win, okay, every single algo we've ever built? Just all of them. One person here today is going to win this, right? And there's going to be a second person that's going to get an algo of their choice. Now, obviously, we're going to pull this. And if you join the program, well, that's different, but you get what I'm saying, right? There's a Survey Monkey link in the chat box. Jim just put that there. Fill it out because we're going to pick a winner right now. And somebody in here is walking away with a lot of algos, right? This is the joy of being here. We're giving it away, give back something big, right? So there's two prizes to be won, okay? So I'm going to give everybody a minute. Take your time, fill that link out, and then we'll announce the winner. Does this make sense? Make sure you fill out that link. We're going to pick a winner here. This is going to be great.
All right, we're going to start picking winners. So last
You're up,
call
Jim.
to enter to win. Last call. All right, looks like we got everybody. So we're going to pick we're going to pick two winners first. Each of these winners will get any algo of your choice. So you get to pick from the marketplace any algo of your choice. And, if you end up buying the program, we'll figure something else out for you. We'll give you something else awesome. Or you can just pass it along if you want. That is your choice. Let's pick a couple winners here for the free algo.
So this is going to be for second place, Jim. You're doing the second place first?
Yep, we're going to do the second place winners first. So this will be one free algo to two winners. So let's see what my software comes up with here. All right, so first winner is Ron Mueller. Ron, congratulations.
Ron Mueller. Everybody give Ron Mueller a round of
Ron
applause. Ron Mueller gets to pick any algo of his choice. So that's
Good.
great. Congrats, Ron. That's great. Oh my God, Ron says. Amazing. We use a randomizer. There's a software system. So this isn't us picking the winners. This is all done by computers in the back end, guys. So don't think we're picking favorites. Right? That's
Winner
what.
number two.
So
Who's
this
feeling lucky? We got John Tombini.
John
Oh,
Timbini, you just won an algo.
you won
Yeah.
an algo.
You just won an
Congratulations.
algo, John. Congrats, John. Congrats. Everybody give John a round of applause. John Tombini just won an algo. Fantastic.
All right, now we're going to pick one more. Now, this winner is going to
This is the big
win
one.
every algo that we have created to date. every
Now,
single one of them.
now let me explain what Jim
Tickblaze.
just said here for a second, guys. Because if you win these algos, but you decide you want to buy the AQS program, which is probably what's going to happen, we'll find something out and maybe we can give you indicators or do something different, right? We're not going to
Yeah.
take from you and we're like, we'll work out something awesome for you, right? Because we really want to give back and help you. So this is a big one. Drum roll, please. Jim, who
All
is it,
right.
man? I'm kind of excited. This is the biggest thing we've ever done for a giveaway. This is a freaking huge giveaway. Like
Yeah.
this is massive. Like
This is a big giveaway.
holy shit.
This
Like
is wow. You're gonna be busy trading with algos. And if your name begins with Rob,
Rob.
getting close. And
Rob
if
who?
it's Rob and Bert, and then Butler, Robert Butler, you are the winner.
Robert Butler. Holy shit. Robert, man.
Robert
Wow. Where's
Butler.
Robert? Robert.
Congratulations.
Holy moly.
No
No way.
way.
Yes. Absolutely, Robert. Wow.
Yep.
Man,
Lucky day.
I got the chills, man. This just gave me the heebie-jeebies, like
Yeah,
holy
that's cool.
wow. And you know what, guys? It's always important to celebrate somebody else winning in life. They talk about karma for a reason. God sees everything, right? The universe sees that. When you're happy for other people, it just reciprocates back times 10, right?
Yep.
So I'm really grateful for everybody here and everybody that's just a part of this. We really try to put stuff in and just try to just give things to people, and that's a lot of money that we're giving away. Like it's a lot of
Hmm.
algos, but you deserve it. So congrats to all the winners. But like I said, if you guys want to join the program, for everyone that just won algos and you decide to join this program, which I don't see why you wouldn't, we'll work out something maybe on the indicators or on something like this with coupons, or we'll do something massive for you to make sure that you don't feel like you're getting jaded, right?
Yeah, very cool. It's fun for us
Joe?
to give these things away too. It's exciting, It's fun.
It really is. It
Yeah.
really is. Well, listen, congrats to everybody. Joe, yeah, this is great. Joe says, thank you guys for just giving us the opportunity to enter, right? And so what we're going to do is we're going to just start now by saying, this is how we get involved, okay? Right? If you're ready to do this and you want to join with us, and if you're not blown away by what we've just told you, I don't know what else to do if you want to trade algos in this world. This is the best thing that exists, and you owe it to yourself to book a call and talk to Jason. I promise you, the price tag will be incredibly amazing compared to what it's valued. It's valued at over $80,000, but promise me the price is not that, right? So, and everybody's situation is different. So you can talk to Jason and we can talk to you about where you're at and how this works. So we're going to put a link in the chat box. Please post it. Jim just did. We'll just keep posting it. So if people are putting in the chat box, we'll just keep posting it. And just use this link and book a call and talk to Jason. Okay. And he's your guy. Okay. Jason's here. He's going to be working with you now to be communicating through the program. The live room for this program starts next Monday. So you have all this week to get ready with Jason. Okay. To get yourself up to speed and getting everything ready. The live room for this program starts on Monday next week. Okay. So, yeah, I'm going to run a poll. Can we run a poll? Give me a second here, guys. Give me 1 second here. Bear with me. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to run a poll. Okay. And give me 1 second here. Bear with me here.
Now, while he's doing that, I'll just chime in as well on the afternoon class. So we're not going to just test all the algos. We're not going to just optimize all the algos. We're not just going to give you the algo templates and run a trade room and tell you which ones to turn on and off. All that's amazing. We're also going to teach you. So obviously, it's great to have all this done for you, but we're also going to teach sessions on each algo, why we're doing the things that we're doing. Even if you don't end up doing it on your own and you still take advantage of the team, and frankly, I would, um, we still want you to know why we do the things that we do, and that's where the afternoon class is going to come in. Those are going to start likely next week with the room, and those will be on Wednesdays, if I'm not mistaken. I'm just going to double check something here just to be absolutely sure.
So I just ran a poll while Jim's getting the dates. I just ran a poll here, guys. I want to know if you're in. If you're all in on this. I know you don't know the price yet. You can talk to Jason, but if you're in to book a call and you're ready to do this. If you'd like to speak to Jason and Jason can call you, put your name and your phone number in the answer too. Okay. And like I said, this isn't an $80,000 program. It's worth $80,000, but I can promise you, you guys will be able to afford the price. This is not outrageous. We didn't put it, you're not looking at 20, 30 grand here, guys. You know what I mean? So don't stress. Like I'm just telling you what the program's valued at, right? That's not necessarily what you'll be paying, right? So don't be stressing out about the price or worrying about that. Just put your name, put your phone number. If you're joining, yes, we need to know, right? This is a really, really, really big launch. This is a really big program. So, and if you're just not sure, don't say no. Just have a sales call. Have a conversation with Jason, right? Like, don't put no because you're worried about, oh, maybe it's too expensive and like that. Don't do that to yourself, right? You have nothing to lose and you have everything to gain by booking a call and talking to my people, right? At the very least, you have a call and you get more information, work it out, and you're rocking and rolling, right? That's it. So please fill out the poll, guys. It's really, really, really important that you do the poll and put your name and put your phone number in on the have a sales call. Put your name, your phone number, your area code, everything there so that my guys can call you. We're not going to bother you if you don't want to talk to us. We're not sitting here cold calling. That's not how we work, right? So,
It is Wednesdays at 2 p.m. The trade room runs Monday to Thursday from 9 to 11:30. So we will be in there. So those are the times involved with checking everything out. We have authorized Jason to give amazing offers, discounts, things like that to work with our traders who have, some of you have spent some really good money with us. We're going to honor that and make sure you get taken care of. So
yes,
those of
that's a
you
really
that have
good
bought
point, Jim.
anything with us, don't worry, we're going to take care of you.
Yeah, so there's going to be some of you that have spent a lot of money with us. So we have discounts, we have opportunity for you. We'll drop your price down based on how much you spent with us. We have a process, we have a system for this. We're not sitting there to make things difficult for you. We're truly here to give you value, right? But let me remind you that this is the only program in the world of its kind. It's an elite service, it's a done for you program, and it's the last program you'll ever need to buy ever. The ATS and the AQS are the only programs that I believe in this industry exist to do what they do. If you invest in those two programs, if that's the only thing you buy in the entire rest of your career or life as a trader, you will never be sorry. You will never regret what is happening in these ATS and AQS programs. They're cutting edge. And I'm going to be coming in and running the rooms with Jeffrey. I'm going to be coming in and running the rooms with Burzin. Jim's going to be coming in and doing this too. And so, yeah, don't you worry. You're going to get a lot of all of us, right? I know I've had a few people email me and say, hey, I don't just want one instructor. No, you're not just getting one instructor. You're getting all of us, actually. I'll be coming in periodically. Jim will come in periodically. Burzin's going to be full time running the room. You got me, Jeff, Burzin, optimizing systems. I'm one of the people on the team that's building and testing the systems. So just know this that you have me behind you helping you, right? And I own the company, and I'm also a part of the quant testing team. We've got me, we've got Burzin, we've got Jeff. We got some of the best algo minds in the industry, to be truly honest with you, right? And it's exciting. It's exciting. Listen, a lot of you are answering. Please, if you do not see a poll, put a no on the chat box. If you don't see a poll, put a no in the chat box right now. You might be using a Mac, a tablet, or something like that. For whatever reason, if you don't see the poll, put a no. If you do see the poll, fill it out, please. Right? Fill it out. Right. Marine says, done for you on what? We do all of the optimizations and all of the templates. I'm not sure when you came into the webinar, Marine, maybe at the end, but watch the recording. You'll see exactly everything is done for you in this program. Everything. We do all the testing, the optimization, the strategy optimization, the desktops. We build them for you every single week. We send them out before the trade room's done on the weekend. We've built, yeah, please watch the presentation, Maureen. Yeah, it's you're gonna see this is incredible. And then book a time with our team, right? Book a time with our team. Yeah. Not a problem. It's okay. You guys have busy lives. You guys are busy, right? Just filled my name and phone number. Will email address be required? No, because you have the link. Just up here, the info.tickblaze AQS trader. Just click on that link and book a call as well. If you put your phone number in, you shouldn't also book the call, right? We'll cross-reference the calls to the book meetings, etc. So just fill out the poll, but also fill the link in, right? The Jim, maybe you could post the link again, just so everybody can keep seeing it. Yeah, the link that we just posted in the chat box, just click it, book a call, and you're set. But watch the recording. If you came in late, do yourself a favor, watch this recording. Super, super, super important that you watch this recording. Make sense? I've never been more excited about anything in my entire life. This is the one program that I feel that is like, man, like I just wish we did this so many years ago. Like, because you got to remember, I'm the largest algo developer in the world on NinjaTrader. And then when we bought Tickblaze in 2023, we decided to bring all the algos over to Tickblaze. We still got like 12 or 15 algos coming down the pipeline. I got an algo. I just built an algo. Let me tell you guys. I'm excited. Okay, so I'm a quant major. I'm a stats major. I majored in statistics and quantitative finance. Right. So like I did a lot of corporate finance and company valuations. I'm a math guy. Right. Well, I found a way to mathematically know if the opening range breakout is going to be a breakout or if it's going to be a probe and manipulation. Mathematically, I went and I met with my guys this week and I showed them this. We're building the indicators and the algos. So if you've seen the one and done algo, well, we also have an algo that does the opposite of the one and done that's going to be taking the reversals. Today was a perfect example of that. We probed the market on the 15-minute time frame, flushed liquidity on the lows. They sucked everybody in on the breakout and they ripped it to the upside. I traded that entire move for over 700 points today. And I'm telling you guys that, like, you watched it live, Dan says. Yeah, you watched it. You watched me call it live. Well, we built the software to do it as a discretionary indicator, and an algo is coming for that. So being in this program, you don't got to buy it. That's the fun part. Like when we start doing things that like are exciting and innovative, like we got shit that's coming that you guys don't even know is coming. I got 8 strategies being coded right now on the algo side and on the discretionary side by an entire team. We're just getting started. 2026 is just the rebirth of everything that's happening. This is an exciting time for everybody. And I'm excited to see what you guys are going to do about this. This is an investment. This is a career decision, but it's going to be one that you're going to make and you're going to be glad you made, right? In a year from now, you're going to look back and you say, the best decision you've ever made was do this. And I know that wholeheartedly because I know what my team's put in to do this. This ain't some random trade room stuff that you see. Oh, yeah, join my trade room, join my live stream on YouTube. No. This takes teams to do these types of things. And we're the team behind it. So, guys, I want to thank everybody. The link's in the chat box. Just want to thank you as the CEO of Tickblaze and everything that we've done, right? And if you guys could just let me know if you enjoyed the presentation, I'd love to hear the feedback. Just give me a yes in the chat box if you felt you got a lot out of it. We wouldn't be here if it wasn't for you guys. And we wouldn't have a business to build if it wasn't for you guys. So I'm just super excited to see what you guys do within the programs. I know Burzen's just itching to get the trade room running, and Jeff and I got the templates all ready for you guys. And we'll let you know on Friday. We'll be sending out emails for Friday and Saturday, which algos are going to be run and where the desktops are. You'll get all of that stuff. But this whole week is you got to be meeting with Jason. You guys got to arrange everything with Jason and get going on this. So it's going to be a week of discussions. The trade room kicks off Monday next week. So you guys are going to be, this is going to be exciting. Make sense? Take care, traders. God bless. Have a fantastic day. And it's time to start talking to traders. We'll see you guys on the other side. Bye for now.